What is up? Welcome into Driving the Nightline. My name is Alan Bell, and we've got a fantastic show lined up for you today. Big Mosh, what's up, bro? How we doing?
We're doing good. I only missed one pick yesterday, and the Dodgers didn't score 4 runs. They scored 3 runs, but everything else came through. I'm looking to continue a great week forward. So, looking forward.
There we go. Nice, man. Big Tony, what's up, bro?
Man, I'm doing well. Also went 2-0 yesterday, so feeling that streak, Mosh. And like we just talked about my Dolphins, I've never seen them look worse.
Yeah, we were talking right before we went on air, man. The Miami Dolphins, that was Mosh, you said it best. Hadn't seen the Dolphins play that bad in a while and hadn't seen Daniel Jones play that well in a while. And it's
No, not in a while, ever.
Yeah. Marshall said, finally, DTL has come back to 3 o'clock. I know, right? Speaking of that, so our schedule throughout the week in the fall here, you can see it, man. Tuesday, all right? Every day, 10 a.m. Eastern, driving the line. We'll always have that. But Tuesday, Wednesday, we go at 3 p.m. Eastern. So obviously while we're here. And then tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern for the Crew exclusive. If you want to be a part of that, here, let me bring this back here. Let's see. Where do we have this slide at? If you want to be a part of that, of the Crew exclusive tonight, man, just scan that QR code right there. $5 a month. Look, we'll make you the 5 in the betting. Don't worry about that. But scan that QR code, come be a part of it. It's going to be a blast tonight. All right. Let's jump right into the picks here, man. We ain't got no time to waste. Big Tony, lead us off, big dog. What you got?
All right, man. I only got one today. I got the Pirates-Orioles no-run first inning. This thing's got everything I like about a no-run first inning bet. First of all, I got both teams batting about 250 in the first inning. Second, I got Bradish going for Baltimore. He's coming off Tommy John's surgery. He's got 2 games, 10 innings. He's got 15 strikeouts in those 10 innings. So hopefully I get a KO 2 in the first. Also, Burrow's going for Pittsburgh. He also throws out a lot of Ks. So we have that. We also have wind blowing in from right to left, about 8 miles an hour. So wind's not helping anybody. Everything I like for a no-run first inning, but it is my only play of the day. It's just a little heavy at minus 125, but that's about average for a no-run first inning bet. So That's what I got.
Nice, man. I didn't mean to interrupt you there. My fault, buddy. No, that's a great play. And, minus 125 for that type of a bet. Yeah, I mean, it's juicy, but it's pretty good, too. Some of them, I mean, you know it, like they could get way out of control, like just completely unplayable. You know what I mean? So oftentimes they do. That's the hard part is actually just finding the one with decent juice. You know what I mean?
It's funny because I go through it all, and then I look at the juice last, and I'm like, oh, my God, I can't bet that.
All the time. All the time.
It's frustrating, dude. I know. All right. Just one additional play for me today. Red Sox and the Athletics. Look, I wanted to play the over, but 10, 10.5, 11. I mean, it's just asking so much. Now, I'm going to go with both teams to score 4 runs or more at plus 105. That's also asking a lot, and it's rather specific. We now need 2 teams to kind of go off, but I think that we're going to get it tonight. So I'm going to roll with that. 4+ runs, plus 105. There we go. All right, Mosh, I'm getting out of your way, big dog. What you got, man?
Yeah, first of all, I love both your plays. I think the Red Sox and A's go over. I liked it a lot. I just couldn't pay the 10.5 that the books were asking for. Personally, I think that we're going to get runs early in that one. And Tony, like that Pirates-Orioles breakdown is perfect. I just think that Mike Burrows doesn't really get past the 3rd or 4th inning, which he hasn't really in a while. So I'm going to go with the Orioles with Kyle Bradish. I think that now we're seeing him for the 3rd time coming off injury. He has looked fantastic. He's finally facing a team that's not in the top 10 power rankings, right? He just faced Boston and San Diego, and he only gave up 2 runs in each game there. Pirates are 29th on the road against righties. They're also 29th. So Kyle Bradish should have a great day. And the Orioles offense has started to take off a little bit. Give me the Orioles minus 1.5. Next up, we're going to Philadelphia, taking the Phillies over the Mets. Just a simple money line play at minus 130. Sean Manaea, I've been waiting for him to bounce back, but I don't think it's coming. He does have an xFIP of 274 in the last month, which makes me a little nervous. But Ranger Suarez is an absolute beast this season, and I don't think that the Mets are going to be able to hit him no matter how hot they have been, which, by the way, has fallen off a cliff in the last 4 days. Manaea, again, has primarily had success with his huge whiff and chase rate numbers, right, which has resulted in almost a 30% strikeout rate. But Philly is actually 8th in not striking out for the year and 10th in the last month, which takes away, I think, Manea's secret sauce. And I do think that the Philly bats are going to get to him regardless of the 2 injuries that we just had. Not last but not least, but we got the Cubs money line next. Really tempted just to grab the team total here. But listen, Cade Horton has given up 4 runs in his last 9 games. Can I say that again? He has given up 4 runs in his last 9 games. All right. And Spencer Strider is coming off 2 great back-to-back performances. And if the season has told us anything, he's not going to have a third one. Give me the Cubs. Not going to take the run line. It's a big mistake there. They've fallen for that. But money line, I think they can handle. Next up, we got the Mariners taking on the Cardinals at home. I'm taking the Mariners -1.5 at +105. Took this yesterday and it cashed out even though they didn't score a run until like the 4th or 5th inning. This is just George Kirby versus Matthew Liberatore. This is an opposite regression game. Kirby just gave up 7 earned runs over just 2 innings against the Rays. Liberatore just pitched a shutout over 5 and 1 innings against the Athletics. I link both of them to regress to their season average, which is George Kirby pitching fantastic, especially at home. Matthew Liberatore going back to struggling. The Cardinals offensively have ranked 25th on the road, 29th in the last month. I think the Mariners should get a win handedly. All right. Last but not least, Rockies at the Dodgers. Just going to take the Dodgers on the run line. Don't overthink it. I know the juice is terrible at -140. Emmett Sheehan has had a phenomenal performance last time out. He has a 3.13 xFIP, a 31.2% strikeout rate. I do not think that Herman Marquez is the guy that you want to back. Give me the Dodgers on the run line. This one couldn't be simpler for me. So 5 plays today. Let's get it done.
Nice, man. Well done, buddy. Well done indeed. All right, so a couple things real quick. First, Chicago Pat, WNBA, Sabrina Ionescu, over 14. Is that over? I assume over. 14.5 points, -130. Boom, Pat. Thank you on that one. Mosh, got a question for you. Reed, yes, Mosh, what are your thoughts on the pitchers in Yankees-Tigers tonight? They're going to be giving up plenty. Are they going to be giving up plenty of hits? What are your thoughts here, buddy?
Yeah, this was an interesting one. I think the Yankees are the play. I'm just not willing to pay -150 juice on it, and I'm definitely not willing to take them on the run line right here. Casey Mize is a very interesting person. Like, I have linked him to
an interesting person.
Yes, listen, like he has good.
He reads on cruise ships. He doesn't use milk in his cereal. I'm just kidding. Keep going.
Both of these pitchers are kind of hit and miss, and you don't really know what you're going to get on any given day. I like Will Warren a lot, but his underlying metrics don't really support the level of play that he's been pitching at, regardless of a few messed up innings, right, where he gives up like a bunch of runs. But besides that, he's been pretty good. He has good strikeout numbers, but I think he's getting fatigued at this point in the season, and it's getting harder and harder for him to move through innings. So again, I might take the Yankees on a better live money line, but I wouldn't play it pregame at this juice. It's just hard to stomach. Oh, and the Tigers have started to heat up again. Not something that I want to kind of face, right? So just a layoff for me.
There you go. Now, a layoff. Tizzle's going full layoff. Personal ban on baseball, locking in football bets early. Hey, I feel you on that. Like, and look, let me tell you, you're already seeing it. Okay. Right from now, today, and it's already started until the end of the regular season, you're going to see one of 2 things. You're going to see teams that are completely out of it absolutely jack up your bets, right? Like, just like there are going to be days where, the Pirates go for 13 runs. I'm not saying tonight because we're on the no runs first inning with Big Tony, but just in general, like the Braves, the Atlanta Braves are a perfect team. Sometimes you're going to see them just go completely off, right? Other days you're going to see them score 1. And again, look, what I just said is baseball every day. You could say that about any time. But what I am saying is, Tizzle, I feel you on that because these series in these games are going to get tighter. You're seeing it in home runs, and we'll bring that up right now. But, yeah, I mean, we're getting close to postseason time. Slick Rick said, AB, what's the play in the Tennessee game this week? Oh, my boy. Well, let me tell you this. We're going to go over that in 1 second. Tennessee and Georgia this week. Going to be a big one. Tony, Tennessee and Georgia going to be a big one, isn't it?
Game day there, too, I believe.
Yep.
So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
Florida LSU.
I'm actually leaning Tennessee with the points.
You know what? We're going to talk about it. It's going to be fascinating. And then Florida coming off a loss. Watch out.
I like Florida. They just had a slip up. I like him a lot.
I like Lagway a lot. He's a good quarterback. And Billy Napier's a good football coach. Now look, LSU's the real deal too. You know, and we'll talk about it. But yeah, like I'm with you, bro. Like that's gonna be a hell of a game, man. It's gonna be a ton of fun. All right. Speaking of, we'll get to college football in just a second. Home runs. Cal Raleigh plus 205. Aaron Judge plus 220. Kyle Schwarber plus 250. Ketel Marte plus 400. Juan Soto plus 450. Scott Y says, you guys are the best. Well, not I. Moshe and Tony are the best alongside all of you. Moshe, go first, buddy. Who you got?
All right, I'm going straight off the board. Sorry to do this to you, but give me George Springer against Luis Garcia. He's hitting 429 with 2 home runs and 9 plate appearances. In the last week, he's hitting 318 with 3 home runs. I do not like Garcia. I almost went with a team total for the Blue Jays, but if I'm going to pick one prop from today's slate, it's got to be Springer.
Yeah, there you go. Big Tony?
Well, I went Soto on the morning show, so I'm going to stick with him. But I tell you, I am horrible at these home run picks.
Bro, they're hard. Like, and I say that. All right, and look, I'm going. Sorry, let me bring it back up. I'm going Ketel Marte today at plus 400. Riding over in the Diamondbacks game for the morning show, and think that they've got some really nice opportunities there. But yeah, I mean, look, man, like, look at this. Look at the names on this list. Like, these are your premier home run hitters. Now, there's a couple more that aren't listed because we only have 5. But what I'm getting at is that, bro, it ain't just you. It's hard for me. It's hard for me too. And I say it as it's a tough time because home runs are starting to trickle.
I looked at Ohtani. He was plus 125 for home run.
Wow. Plus 125?
Yeah.
That's
right
just
now,
obnoxious.
Yeah, you can't.
Like, if it were 2 months ago, that would have been a negative number. You know, which is crazy. But, bro, I say that and I say that to everybody. Like, it's tough. Major League Baseball is going to get tough. You're going to see a significant drop off in home runs. You're going to see a significant uptick in starting pitchers in regards to how good they look. And remember, the colder that it gets, that favors pitching. It doesn't favor hitting, right? So, you know, you're going to see some, like right now, like I'll give you the perfect example. In Nashville today, it's 86. I don't know, something like that. Yesterday, it was 70. Like, a 16-degree difference. Like, you know, and I'm sure that everybody's seeing it. Well, Tony, except for Florida, because it's just hot.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. we're not even thinking about 70.
Bro, all you guys have is one season all year long. But no, like, you're going to see it around, right? And you're going to see wind popping up and down too. So weather's absolutely vital, man. And we won't stop. All right, so we're going to jump into college football. Moshe, any final thoughts for y'all bounce out?
No, we got to figure out a way to get baseball in every single day. I got to work on my schedule to work it around. But, like, come on, we got so much exciting baseball left. I do not want to get it left in the dust, you know?
Oh, yeah, no, totally. And I'll tell you this. On Sunday, I had some feedback from folks because all we did on the Sunday show was NFL, right? And I had some quick feedback of people, like, super nice. And please, always feel free to send in positive, negative. You can call me an idiot. I mean, you're probably right. But no, there were multiple people, and I appreciate you guys sending it in saying, hey, let's not stop with baseball. Can we keep that going? And I agree, completely agree. So
you know what? How about this, AB? Sunday mornings just cleared up for me. Why don't I come on the show? You can do it just like this. Like, we could do a baseball section. You can cut me out and go straight to football, even though I'm starting to have some successful football plays too. But we can do that too, where I'll just come in for like a 15, 20-minute segment for baseball, and then I can jump out or whatever works for you. But I'm happy to come in Sunday mornings and talk ball.
Yeah, hell yeah, please, bro. Always open. Big Tony, any final thoughts, man?
Man, I'm going to tell you, I know it's the other show, but I learned from M Square. I just don't bet baseball Sundays.
Hey, you're right.
Weird. Yeah,
You're right, dude. They are weird. Like they are, and it's
So-
human nature. And
that is one day I stay away from. I was taking that day off, but now the football's here, you can't take it off. So
yeah, yeah. No, it's a good point, and you're right. Big Mike is correct. Obviously, like it's a weird day, man, and it's gonna get even more now because you're gonna have young teams that bring dudes up. Like,
oh yeah,
yeah, you're right. I mean, you like I'm agreeing with you completely. Like, it's totally it's gonna be all over.
Can I say something funny about that Sunday baseball? So right now I've been lagging on my updating my picks in my spreadsheets to make sure that everything is like lined up and everyone can see how current my picks are.
Can I say one thing about that real quick?
Yeah.
I completely feel you. And like, as somebody who tracks, like I've got, my live tracker of plays, bro. I anybody who's ever gone into it and looking like, man, it's like 3 or 4 days behind. Like, I get them all in, but I'm telling you, what Moshe's saying is very real. It's
rough.
It is rough. It could be times to where you're just like, your brain is like, I am not doing that right now. I cannot do data processing. Yeah. So I'm
2 months
going.
behind. I'm 2 months behind on my picks just because I was giving out like 9 or 10 picks every single day for like a month.
Yep.
And the upkeep of that was just running me down. I couldn't keep it up. So yeah, 100% rough. So I'm going back now and I'm reviewing all my plays and entering it into my spreadsheet. And I'm looking at Sundays and it's like 8-1, 7-1, 8-1, 14 or 1-14, whatever it is. It's just the craziest swings I've ever seen. And it all happens on Sunday. All the other days are pretty much like a little bit over 50% win.
Yeah.
Sundays are nuts.
Yeah, they are. Man.
2 months. What is that? 200 picks for you?
Oh, it's more than that.
All right, boys. I appreciate you guys, man. Hey, thank you for jumping on. Y'all have a good day. All right.
All right. Thanks, AB.
All right. See you, boys. Man, appreciate those guys big time for coming in here. Okay, so let's jump into college football here. Robert Bibbo, member for 18 months. Hey, it is Matty Ice's birthday today, so wish him a happy one in the Discord. Boom. We're talking about this morning, and you know what, Matty, you get the whole day, boy. Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday indeed. Tizzle said going 43-15 on football this week makes it much easier to forget about baseball. Nice job, dude. Way to go, man. Justin, hit the damn like button before you leave. We can definitely get 30. Oh, yeah, please. I'll tell you what. I won't ask you guys for anything, but if you could hit the like button right now, it'd be huge. If you're watching on your phone, grab a screen, pull it down, hit like, pop back up. I swear I won't ask you for anything else. But if you could do that, yeah, for sure. That would be huge. Zach says, MLB has been terrible for me this season. Negative so many units. Baseball stuff. It's long, too. Matty Ice is awesome. Matty Ice is awesome. All right. So college football. All right. Justin says, AB, I'm going Vols plus 3.5 and hammering it. I like it. Here are my plays for this week. All right. So we're going to go through the games here in just a second, but let me get the picks out here first. Friday night, UCLA going up against I just forgot. UNLV. UCLA team total over 34.5. Let me tell you, from personal experience, Nico, quarterback at UCLA, he's starting to put it together a little bit. Now, the team's not great, but this is a spot for an 0-2 UCLA to get after it. So I'm not taking that big of a spread play on UCLA because I don't trust them, but I do think that they're going to score points, and I think that this is a spot that they're going to do it. So we're not going to bet on UCLA a whole heck of a lot, but I'll give Nico credit. The kid can play, right? Like he starts slow. He did at Tennessee too, and I'm talking about in games. But I give the guy credit too. Like, he's going to put it together. And I think this week is going to be the time they do it. So, I'm going to take the team total here. Tennessee open plus 7.5 now, plus 3.5. Think I'm buying that dip. Yep. So, all right, we're going to talk about that in a second. Matty Boy said, going to be dipping out in a second. Meeting with the boss. Talk later, gang. Great show, fellas. Man, Matty Boy, good to have you. Hope your meeting goes well, buddy. Okay, so Alabama team total over 33.5. Wisconsin and Alabama playing this week. Wisconsin defense pretty good. Not that great, though. And I think that Alabama is going to be on a warpath. Did you see what they did this previous week? Now, competition steps up a ton, obviously. But let me just tell you, one win, and it's not like Alabama fans are just have completely forgotten. They haven't. He knows. Buddy, rent is due every day. In Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Rent is due every day. He knows it. I think Alabama. Let me just say, scoring points solves all your problems. As many points as possible, and don't give a damn about anybody's feelings. Don't nothing. You can't, buddy, because you know what? Your own people don't give a damn about your feelings. So you can't. You cannot. Sorry, as they say in the mafia. You have feelings? Nope. Too expensive. Same deal here. Keep going. All right. Now, those are 2 team total plays if you're somebody who likes to get down on team totals. Now, for some parlays, 2 legs. Memphis money line. Virginia Tech money line. Plus 100. Think Memphis handles their business. I don't mind Memphis spread here. And then I think Virginia Tech, after last week against Vanderbilt, I think they bounce back here. So I'm going to take both of them, put them together, plus 100. All right, LSU money line, Notre Dame money line, minus 115. We're going to talk about both of these games here in a second. But you got LSU and Florida. You got Notre Dame and Texas A&M. All right. Yeah, we saw Florida lose at home to South Florida. I think that Florida can turn that thing around, but I don't know how fast that's going to be. And LSU's defense is disgustingly good. But I'm not going to mess with the spread. I'm giving respect in it. I'm going to take LSU to win the game. But you don't see me playing a spread. All right, Notre Dame money line against Texas A&M. This is going to be a hell of a game. Notre Dame's going to want to – look, they can't screw around in 2 big games in their first 3 weeks, right? And, well, last week was a bye. But they're going into this game off a bye and off of a loss. You can give me Notre Dame. I'm not going to play I'm not playing anything with a spread. But Notre Dame just win the game straight up with LSU. Yeah, I'm going to take it. Kirk, like Notre Dame with a week to prepare and at home. Absolutely, yes. And, look, A&M's pretty good. I'm not taking anything away from Texas A&M, but I'm going to need to see more. With those conditions, with a bye week and coming off a national loss to Miami, yeah, I got a feeling Notre Dame going to be running the football a lot. All right, Ole Miss going up against Arkansas. Go ahead and give me Ole Miss here. Not going to mess around with the spread like we did last week against Kentucky. I think Ole Miss is good, but they've got growing pains that they need to work through as well. Arkansas, I have nothing negative on Arkansas. They're a young team, but I don't trust Ole Miss enough to cover a spread, nor do I distrust Arkansas enough to completely just implode, right? But I do trust Ole Miss to win this game. So I'm going to take Ole Miss, and I'm going to pair them with South Carolina. South Carolina at home against Vanderbilt. Now, let me tell you, Diego Pavia, quarterback for Vanderbilt, I love the kid. I love the coaching staff. I used to work with one of the guys, the GM of Vanderbilt football, Barton Simmons, at 24/7 Sports. I love everything about the Vanderbilt staff. But I think South Carolina is just a better team. I do. I think they're just a better team. And you're getting Vandy 2 straight highs. Like, I think it's a little letdown spot for Vanderbilt. I think South Carolina handles their business. But again, I'm not playing a spread, so just straight up 2-leg money line parlay. Then finally, Georgia money line. Georgia taking on Tennessee. Georgia's a 3.5-point favorite. It's in Knoxville. I'll be there. Game day will be there. Yeah. This is going to be a game. And we're going to break it down in full in just a second. However, I'm telling you, as a Tennessee person, Tennessee can win this game. They can absolutely win this game. Tennessee can cover in this game. Both of these teams are young comparatively to what the age usually is average for both Tennessee and Georgia. This is actually Tennessee. This is actually the youngest team that Josh Heupel's ever had. There's 53 freshmen on that team. But Tennessee's good. Now, they just beat East Tennessee State, 72-17 or something. Tennessee's young. Their defense, specifically their cornerbacks, already facing some injury situations. What I'm saying is Tennessee has talent everywhere. But these are young dudes, man. These are young bulls. Now, what I do want you to pay attention to, right tackle. All right, David Sanders for Tennessee. True freshman. Number one tackle recruit in the country. Making his first start. Been injured the first 2 games. Making his first start against Georgia at right tackle. He's huge. 300-something pounds. 18 years old. He 5-star, just absolute ridiculous kid. But you know what? I'm going to go with Georgia. Now, let me also say, excuse me, let me be honest. I'm a Tennessee guy. Full disclosure for anybody who may be brand new. So, betting the other side here, there's a little bit of that your team hedge, right? If my team's going to lose, I'm at least going to get paid on it. So, yeah, but I don't hate Tennessee plus 3.5 at all. Let me tell you, it's going to be high scoring. Tennessee and Georgia are going to give up a billion points. Tony, and AB goes against Tennessee and Vandy. Yep. Had to do it. Hey, business, baby. Going to pair Georgia money line with Clemson money line. Now, Kirk says, I don't trust Clemson. I don't either. At all. Now, it's a low spread. We'll talk more about Clemson as well, but I'm feeling it this week. I'm not feeling it with the spread, but I'm going to take my shot. Dabo knows what's up. This ain't his first go-around. Ain't his first go-around indeed. But I think Clemson's a better team, and I think Georgia's a better team. Now, again, not playing spreads, but I'm just going with it here. So, Georgia money line, Clemson money line, plus 156. There you go. So, you've got room in that one. Like, you could even start going some alternate spreads, use it and bring that number down to plus 100 or something, right? Like, you got options in that one. Okay, so those are our picks for this week. Now, of course, we got to break down the league, right? All right, so top 25 here. Ohio State, number 1 in the country, 2-0. Penn State, 2-0. Them boys been putting up some shutouts too. LSU, ranked 3rd in the country. Oregon moves up 2 spots, 4th in the country after just demolishing Oklahoma State. Miami stays at 5. Georgia drops 2 spots down to number 6. Texas stays at 7. Notre Dame moves 1 spot to number 8. Illinois over Duke moves up 2 spots, ranked number 9. Florida State, massive win in terms of points scored, ranked 10th in the country. Now, South Carolina ranked 11th. They dropped 1. Clemson ranked 12th. They dropped 4 spots. Oklahoma 13th. They moved up 5 spots after that win over Michigan. Iowa State 3-0. Big win over Iowa. They move up 2 spots to number 14. Tennessee moves up 7 spots to number 15 after putting up 72 points. Texas A&M ranked 16th. They move up 3 spots. Ole Miss ranked 17th. They move up 3 spots. South Florida, after the win over Florida, jumped in the top 25 to 18. Alabama's 19. Utah ranked 20th. Texas Tech 21st. Indiana 22nd. Michigan 23rd, dropping 8 spots. Auburn and Missouri both move into the top 25 after wins and having not been ranked. Okay. All right, so we're going to go through the top 25 in the games. All right, and feel free to, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Feel free to drop in thoughts, comments, bets, picks, all of it, because it takes all of us as we go through these games. And feel free to drop in games, picks, anything that you see of non-top 25 games, right? Like we could sit here and do this for hours and hours and hours, but I just wanted to show you the top 25. But again, anything you have, drop in the chat. We're going to talk about it. All right, so Friday, first ranked game. Now we've got games on Thursday, but just in terms of the top 25, right? First one's on Friday. Got Indiana hosting Indiana State, the Sycamores. You've got FCS here, so no spread, no total as of yet. All right, moving to Saturday here. Fourth ranked Oregon on the road. Big Ten matchup against Northwestern. Oregon, a 27.5 point favorite, a total of 50.5. I know that's a big number, but I don't hate it. I think Dan Lanning and Oregon are just going to just do whatever the hell they want. I mean, again, though, 27.5. I mean, that's – can you win by 4 touchdowns? I mean, starting up conference play. Again, if you're looking at Oregon and you're looking at 27.5, remember, how your key numbers there, 28 being, 4 touchdowns, 4 extra points. So if it goes to 28.5, like you're right on the line now. If it goes to 28 to 28.5, now you're needing a whole extra touchdown or field goal, right? Like, be careful. You're on the line of it now. If you're going to play it, get it in, because I don't see any money coming in on Northwestern. I don't know why you would. Clemson and Georgia Tech. Yeah, Kirk was saying don't trust Clemson. Yeah, Rick, just take a look at team total if you like Oregon. Yeah, agreed. Going back to it real quick. This is an excellent point. Excellent. See, this is why. Because I'm not in the Pacific Northwest. But that is an excellent freaking point. That is a super early body clock game for Oregon. Completely agree. And thank you, because I would not have put that together until way after this show, if at all. Good call, dude. You know what? I'm staying off of it. That is a great point. Great point. All right, Clemson and Georgia Tech. Clemson 3.5 point favorite, total of 54.5. Look, here's where I stand on this game. Clemson, there's a very good chance that Clemson blasts Georgia Tech. I'm just telling you. There's a good chance of it. Because Dabo, I say whatever you will, like or dislike him. You know the guy's working them boys' asses off. But they're doing the same thing at Georgia Tech. 3.5 is that's an attainable number, man. I took Clemson in a moneyline parlay. I don't know how much I believe in Georgia. I'm just saying I know that everyone's going to bet Georgia Tech. Clemson's at a little bit of an inflection point. This is a big game, man. I just understand Dabo and his mindset. It's going to be a big game. And Cade Klubnik. I'm not saying it happens, but there's a chance that Clemson goes off. There's just a chance of it. So I'm playing the money line in a parlay, but if anybody's playing the spread, best of luck. If you're playing Georgia Tech, I totally get it. Absolutely get it. And I bet these numbers really don't move all that terribly much because they're pretty efficient. All right, Saturday, 13th ranked Oklahoma at Temple 2-0. Look, I'm not playing anything with this. Oklahoma 23.5 point favorite, a total of 50.5. Oklahoma's coming off a big win against Michigan. You know what? Honestly, how these games tend to play out, like after you're coming off a big win, man, it can be slow. And Oklahoma's going to blast Temple. But you're playing a number here. And I mean, this could be 56-0. And I look stupid for even questioning it. However, the name of the game is how many points does Oklahoma score? Right? Now, it's surprising that they're playing this game on the road. I don't know why Oklahoma's going on the road to Temple. Mateer TD, yeah, absolutely. I mean, Oklahoma's going to blast Temple, but I'm just saying be careful with a big spread on the road coming off of a big win. You could have letdown weeks because, I mean, it's life. You know what I mean? Like, you take a breath after a big win in anything that you do. You know what I mean? So, yeah, just be careful with that one. All right, jumping over to the next slide. Wisconsin and Alabama. So another one early in Tuscaloosa, Bryant-Denny Stadium. Bama, 21.5-point favorite. Look at this, a total of 46.5. So if you're playing a spread, you need to notice that 21.5 points is the spread and a total of 46.5. That's a tight window. That's why I'm playing Alabama team total. I'm not overthinking it. Clemson team total could be a play too. I don't know what that number is. Tizzle said, don't overthink it. Clemson's the right play. I think I agree. Zach said, going with a 7-point teaser, Bama, Wisconsin, under 53.5, LSU, minus half a point, Pitt, minus half a point. There we go. Kirk says, this could be slow and ugly under game, the Bama game. Hell yeah, it could. Absolutely. I mean, look at the books, 46.5. Yeah. It definitely could. I think it's going to be a heck of a game. Look, I played the Bama team total because I'm not messing with that spread, with that window that the books are cooking up here for you. But I am going to play the team total because I think that they just keep scoring. Now, I'm not saying it's 73-0. Like, I'm not saying this as a negative against Wisconsin. I'm saying it as you are looking at a coaching staff at Alabama who is absolutely back against the wall already because Alabama is not like anywhere else. You have to win forever. Good luck. Yeah, so Bama team totals, like, as long as they're scoring, keep an eye on it because that coaching staff knows. Like, you want to play good defense, and they're going to do all that, but points solve your problems right now, all of them. So I'm going to roll with Bama and points and keep riding it until they tell me not to. Central Michigan at number 23, Michigan. Michigan might – I almost took this spread. Under 28, there's a great chance that Michigan absolutely demolishes Central Michigan. And there's a good chance that Central Michigan does not score in this game. Because look at the total, 27.5, total of 42.5. Again, you want to talk about tight window? Look at that. Look at above, 21.5 and 46.5 for Bama, Wisconsin. Now you got to cover 28 points with a total of only 42.5. So the books are telling you that Michigan's defense is probably going to be absolutely filthy disgusting. Right? Central Michigan points might not be a bad play. You could probably get an over pretty low. I don't know what it is. But I after the loss to Oklahoma, I wouldn't be surprised if Michigan takes some aggression out, so to say, on Central Michigan. 11:45 a.m. South Alabama at Auburn, number 24 in the country. Auburn, 25.5-point favorite, total of 53.5. I want nothing to do with this game, and I'm going to tell you why. I absolutely hate betting on ranked teams or big name teams that are playing, a non-conference week against a team in the same state. Because here's why. All right. All those dudes playing for South Alabama probably played in Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi, very close regionally. They played high school against dudes playing at Auburn now. Most of them. They know each other. And trust me, you got a little chip on your shoulder if you're a dude playing at South Alabama and you're a dude playing at Auburn, comparatively. So it means something to people in South Alabama. That's a big win. That's a big notch you can have. Now, am I saying that they win the game? No. But they could keep it close. Anybody that's kind of new to betting college football or college basketball on the same token, watch out for these. When you get that non-conference in-state team, watch out, man, because it means something to South Alabama. Again, not saying that they win the game, but 25.5 points. Auburn doesn't give a damn about that one at the end. They don't care. They're supposed to beat South Alabama. They're just lucky that they're lucky. They're just happy that it's over. You know what I mean? So you're not going to get Auburn, just full intense driving probably by mid-third quarter. Probably, you could even have backups that are in. So I'm not saying don't bet it, and Auburn could win by 1,000. Or South Alabama could win. But it's one of those things that anybody who's kind of a veteran in this game will tell you, notice these. Mark them down. Put a notch beside them. Because it's a warning against betting the big name team, but it's also an arbitrage opportunity. All right, arbitrage, in this sense, meaning, any chance or way to make abnormal profits. You can do it on games like these, man. Now, not every one of them, you can look like a fool at times, and that's going to happen. Don't worry about that. But you can make money off these teams, man. I'm telling you, you can do it. Z-Money, no kidding. Look at South Carolina State versus Gamecocks. Absolutely. Absolutely agree. Yes. Because that's the Super Bowl to South Carolina State. Right? That's the biggest game of their season. Not the most important in terms of, divisions or conferences or any of that, but trust me, there's no one South Carolina State would love to beat more than South Carolina. Maybe Clemson, but probably South Carolina because of that name, man. That's a pelt on the wall, bro. You were part of the team to beat them, right? So you're going to get these teams that play their asses off. And South Carolina didn't give a damn. You know what I mean? It's just, dude, just don't get injured. Get out of here. Which is correct. I'm not saying they didn't take it seriously, but yeah. Just be careful of those, man. Those things are those are landmine games that you're going to see throughout the season. Be careful. Well, reason why in-state schools don't schedule App State. Absolutely. Michigan found that one out. Totally. I know that Michigan's not in-state, but still, you get what I'm saying. Yeah, dude. Just be careful of these things, man. All right, keep going. Villanova, Penn State. Now, you got this one too. But you got no line, no spread. So, yeah. Georgia and Tennessee. Well, it's here. 6th ranked Georgia at 15th ranked Tennessee in Knoxville. Game day's there. Georgia 3.5 point favorite. Total of 49.5. I tell you what, I'm going to add in the over right now of 49.5. Yeah, I'm going to add that in. I really like points in this game. Now, it's just me says Georgia wins, doesn't cover. They own Tennessee. Boy, they do. That's a real statement. Georgia been kicking Tennessee's ass for a minute. Now, Tennessee's got some wins in there, but Kirby Smart's Kirby Smart, right? It's a big-ass game. Now, I'm going to tell you, Yeah, Rick is over the play. Yeah. Yeah, I'm putting that in right now. Hold on. Let me. One second. I want this to be official. All right, so yeah, the over is the play. I'm adding that one in right now. These two teams are young, and you're going to see them have some growing pains in this game at times. Tennessee specifically, I could see it, just because you're still breaking in a new quarterback in Joey Aguilar, even though fantastic dude, right? But while they're both young, let me find the picks. Boom, there we go. All right, so I had it right there at the top. Tennessee, Georgia. All right, it should be Georgia, Tennessee over 49, but you get it. I'm not doing it again. I said that to me, not to you. Yeah. So I'm rolling with it. Give me the over 49.5. I'm feeling it. You're going to have points in this game, and let me tell you, Georgia's going to be able to score a pretty good amount. Tennessee's got a good defense. Don't get me wrong, but they're young, and it's already injured at the cornerback position, and Tennessee's going to give up third downs, and Tennessee's going to give up chunk plays, lots of chunk plays. Georgia's going to score points. I'm just telling you right now, if you want to play a Georgia team total, do it. Do it. Tennessee's defense is going to have a tough game. They're going to have spots where they're going to look good because Georgia's young too, man. And don't take anything away from Georgia like right now. I know they haven't looked great. They're going to be a whole lot better when they get towards the end of the year, right? But here's the deal. You're going to see a game of explosive plays. You're going to, on both sides, Tennessee's going to hit them. Georgia's going to hit them. You're going to see a lot of penalties, a lot of defensive penalties from both of these teams. All right. Points are going to be the play. Now, Georgia minus 3.5. Anybody's playing it? I absolutely freaking get it. I totally get it. Georgia's a good football team. All right. And Tennessee, again, 53 freshmen are on this team. 53. Now, they're damn good freshmen, right? And they're, it's not all 110 dudes, but this is a young Tennessee team. And you're going to see some talented cats, but you're going to see some cats that are young. And they're going to make some mistakes. And defensively, now Tennessee's also going to run the football, and they're going to bust some too. And they'll throw deep too. There's going to be a lot of explosive plays in this game. I'm just telling you. I'm going to roll with it. Give me Georgia, Tennessee over 49.5. Also have Georgia money line in a parlay. All right, Oregon State, Texas Tech. Oregon State 0-2. Not very good. Texas Tech ranked 21st in the country. I actually don't mind playing over 23.5. What do you guys think here? Anything that you see? Texas Tech might wear Oregon State out. And look, I love the Beavers, man. Oregon State's dope. Corvallis, shout out. But I don't know. Oregon State's a bad football team, man. Texas Tech could have, if Texas Tech at home, Purple Hawk, Oregon State is bad. They are bad. Yeah, and I say that respectively. Again, Oregon State, cool ass plays, but Texas Tech, man, this might be your spot if you're looking to play a big spread. Because Texas Tech is young enough to where they're like, dude, like they don't even know. They just keep scoring. You know what I mean? Like they're just too young to care. Like about anybody else's feelings. Like they're just gonna run it up and score. So you see it, a spread of 23.5 and a total of 61.5. Yeah. Kirk says Texas Tech team total might be the play. I absolutely agree. I think that actually could be. I don't know what the number is. We'd have to see it. It's probably in the 40s, obviously. Yeah, 41.5. Boom. There you go. Yep. Yeah, it's not bad. They're going to score at will. They will absolutely score at will. And it being at home, too. Yeah, scoring to be celebrated. They'll keep doing it. Iowa State at Arkansas State. Iowa State 20.5. Not a bad look. Arkansas State is not that great of a football team. Butch Jones. You remember Butch Jones at Tennessee? That's your head coach at Arkansas State. Oh, brick by brick. Butch. Arkansas State's not good. They're not bad, but it's really your bank. I mean, like, look, you've got Iowa State a total of 20 or a spread of 20.5 and a total of 55.5. So Arkansas State's going to score. But yeah, just keep an eye on that. All right, Louisiana and Missouri. Louisiana's a better football team than this looks. Missouri, big win over Kansas last week, and ended up covering. Although that game was closer than the final score appeared. Missouri's not a bad football team. However, again, what do they really care about in this game? Now, they also have a coach who actually does like to run it up when he gets the chance. He's got that in him. But 27.5. I mean, you notice all these big spreads are 23.5 and 27.5. You notice this, right? Do you know why that is? Right? 27.5, 28. Like, they're going off of touchdowns, right? 4 touchdowns. So 28. Drop it either under by the hook or over by the hook. And they're doing that. They're putting it under the hook because they don't want people riding Louisiana. Big win last week for Missouri. I would stay away. This is risky. Risky. Missouri scores a lot of points quick, though. Give them that. Texas against UTEP. Again, Texas against the University of Texas, El Paso. It's the same state. It's in the same system. 41.5. I'm not playing it. Now, Texas could win 65-0, but 41.5, like, you're going to need UTEP to not score more than 10 points. Like, these big spreads are risky. But look at it from the other side. UTEP, buddy, put yourself as a football player in the state of Texas. If you are UTEP, you get to tell that story forever that you beat Texas. You know what I'm saying? So you would need, like, to cover a 41.5 spread, you kind of need the game to go perfectly. I don't know. I'm not playing with it, but people might make some money off UTEP this weekend. Let me just say that. And be quiet about it and just collect. These type of games, man, they're out there. Another one, but South Florida ain't no small school. Ranked 18th in the country. Miami 5th. Miami 18.5 point favorite. Total of 56.5. 18.5 is a weird number. 56.5. Think how touchdowns are scored. 8 times 7, 56. Put the hook on the end. Not touching this one. Don't want anything to do with it. South Florida, coming off a massive win. Do they have a letdown? Miami, playing well. Do they just absolutely beat down South Florida? This one's going to mean something to both of them. You remember when Miami got in a fight with Florida International? You remember that? It's because they're only separated by a bridge. So, yeah. Ohio at Ohio State, another one. Ohio State, 31.5 point favorite. Now, the deal with Ohio State is, and boys pitching shutouts. So, there's something, but, I mean, I don't even know any Ohio State fans that would say, yeah, take 31.5, because it's nothing against Ohio State, nothing against Ohio. It's just, you just need so many conditions to go perfectly for you. 52.5, nothing I'm playing here. Western Michigan, Illinois. Illinois coming off a big win against Duke on the road. Again, you see this 27.5, 50.5. You're seeing a lot of 27.5s on these games. Do you know why? Because, 28. And the book's saying, we're just going to go on this side of it. There's nothing out of play here. Arkansas at Ole Miss. We're on Ole Miss in a money line parlay. Ole Miss 17th in the country. Arkansas 2-0. Now, say what you will. Arkansas State being one of those teams they played. But Arkansas's not bad. They're going to give you a fight. Tennessee lost to Arkansas last year. and went to the college football playoff. So be careful. But it's in Oxford, Mississippi. Lane's going to handle his business. I'm not touching the spread. 7.5. Nope. I'm not touching the spread. But I am taking Ole Miss in a money line parlay. Also, Arkansas will miss 62.5. That's a big number. Big number. Florida at LSU. Florida coming off a home loss to South Florida. LSU 2-0, handling their business. LSU minus 8.5, total of 54.5. These games are always weird and always awesome. Florida and LSU, one of the best rivalries out there. $57,000 fine for Jalen Carter. My God. The ejection is a suspension since he missed the whole game. That makes sense. 57 G's. Ooh. That's an expensive spit. Can of Grizzly Wintergreen, $6, dog. Anyways, all right. So Florida LSU. Look, we're taking LSU in a money line parlay. Florida coming off tough loss. They are dangerous one way or the other, and I don't know which one it is. Florida could come out and give up, or Florida could come out and play their asses off. I got a feeling Florida comes out and plays their asses off. So that's why I've got LSU money line and a 2-leg parlay. Points, I feel over because these games always go over. They just feel like they always do, right? But yeah, I'm gonna roll LSU in the money line here. But be careful with Florida. They're dangerous one way or the other, dude. That's a cornered animal right now. Texas A&M, Notre Dame. All right, so 16th ranked Texas A&M going up against 8th ranked Notre Dame. This game is in South Bend, Indiana. Notre Dame 6.5-point favorite, a total of 50.5. So we got Notre Dame in a money line parlay. I'm going to say it. I don't know how good both of these teams are. Texas A&M 2-0, Notre Dame 0-1. Notre Dame coming off a bye week and at home. But I don't know how good both of them are. Kirk, you go on the under here, 50.5. I think I agree with you, right? Like, we're playing Notre Dame money line in a parlay, and I'll put the picks back up here in just a minute. Don't worry. I think I feel the under in this game too. I think we could see a lot of drives that end up with 7 minutes off and 3 points max. Some that end in punts or turnovers. Yep. I agree with you. 21-10 game. Kirk, I completely agree with you. And I think that Notre Dame wants that. I think Notre Dame absolutely does not want to get in a shootout. They know, hey, we're at home. We can control this thing with our defense. Or that's what you're thinking. I'm not saying that they're going to do that, but yeah. Kirk, I completely agree. I roll under in this game. All right, finishing it up here. Vanderbilt, South Carolina. South Carolina, 11th ranked team in the country, 2-0 at home against Vanderbilt here. Vanderbilt 2-0 as well. This is going to be a fun little game. Let me tell you this. I might add this pretty soon. I don't mind over 48.5 points in this game. Vanderbilt could score, and they will. South Carolina could score, and they absolutely will. DeNoris Sellers is one of the best quarterbacks in the country. But yeah, Austin said that week 2 bye is going to hurt later in the season. It's early, right? That's a very early bye. But yeah, I like over 48.5 points in this game. Diego Pavia, the quarterback for Vanderbilt, that kid's tough as nails, man. And so is Sellers. You're going to see it back and forth. There's not going to be much defense played in this game. It's going to be a back and forth affair. I kind of dig the over 48.5. And then finally, last one, Utah, Wyoming. Utah ranked 20th in the country. They're 2-0. Wyoming, 2-0. Utah, 22.5-point favorite, total of 48.5. I'll be honest, I don't have anything on this game. I've seen Utah. We bet Utah in week 1. But 22.5 points on the road. Man, I'll tell you this. Tom Fornelli. He loves playing unders in Service Academy games and Wyoming and Chip Patterson, right? And up there in Laramie, wow. I can't do it. Chip can do it. Love him, boy. Love both of them. I don't have a play on this one, but it would be either Wyoming plus 22.5, or I would even take the under. I think, God, they do have 2 great running. I know. Tizzle says 2 great running QBs. I don't want to mess with that under. God, I don't want to mess with it. But it could be in play. All right, we'll have to pause that game. We've got time. We're recording this on Tuesday afternoon, so we've got time until Saturday at 7. But, yeah, okay. All right, let me get the picks back up here, and we'll jump out of here. All right, so Tennessee, Georgia over 49.5 minus 115. UCLA team total over 34.5. Alabama team total over 33.5. Memphis money line, Virginia Tech money line plus 100. LSU money line, Notre Dame money line minus 115. Ole Miss money line, South Carolina money line plus 100, and then Georgia money line and Clemson money line at plus 156. Matty Boy said, "Holy hell, you're still on, bro? My meeting just ended." Yes, sir. We just went through all of college football, my boy. That's it, Brian. It's gonna be windy and Laramie. Yeah, it is. It is gonna be windy and Laramie, right? Like, those dudes have made a lot of money betting on those unders in those games. So I think I agree with it. Okay. All right, we'll get out of here. Everybody, thank you so much. We'll be live tonight for the Crew exclusive, our 3rd live show of the day at 8 p.m. Eastern tonight. But until then, everybody, best of luck. Cash these tickets. Thank you for supporting Driving the Line, and we will see you soon. Peace. Who's got it better than us? No!